This is what I suspected we needed to do to show this and say, but it's not. You can't tell. Okay, got it. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. Oh right, it says number 2 on the back. I totally forgot about that. So there was one before it.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work here at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 o'clock p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny.
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
Photo number 2. Photo number 2. Photo number 2.
Photo number 2.
Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only one data for one of the photos. Oh, but there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
Me? You watch your last whippersnapper? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help.
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please. Here we go, the other person. Yet another revised testimony.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Oh, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Oh, goodness. Okay, yes. Yes. It's all up to your discretion? That seems not good. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. You could have deleted something important. Yeah, what was it? Please. Well, who in the heck was that photo you erased?
Humph, a fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Well, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, a child.
It was a boy, probably second or third grade.
What? Oh no. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Oh, yes, well, we see a sight there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
I mean, okay, so assuming he didn't do it, which would be a bit dark for this game, to make a child murderer, I mean, he could have seen something.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Right. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers? I remember what his voice was.
Yes.
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we going to do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start by targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Wendy Oldbag.
Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Alright, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
My cat is so worried. She's just trying to have a bath and she's like, I'm dying over here. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Okay, as bad as it feels to accuse the assistant girl, I think I'll do that. Because she's not here to defend herself. And I feel like Old Bag could, like, wriggle her way out of an accusation. So, I'm gonna, yeah. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. Oh shit, no, but she wasn't there. She didn't know he was limping. She couldn't fake a limp. Fuck.
So you're saying the steel samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. Yeah, he's gonna say she didn't know he was limping. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
Powers and old hammer run through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was at the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
Shit. Fuck. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the steel samurai look with that costume. She could look the steel samurai look with that costume, what? Oh, I see. But she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped.
That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you, as I warned.
Yeah, fair enough. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
May we move on, Mr. Wright?
Grrr. Grrr. This fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please, to wildly accuse someone else.
Very well. Go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder?
Okay, the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Hell?
The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
Oh, I thought it would be harder than that. Well, okay then.
Order, order. Is this true, Old Bag?
Oldbag. That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Oh, Phoenix. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? I think he's just shell-shocked. Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, he hates her. My goodness.
So you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, choose something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Give Granny a break. I mean, I'm not gonna press further. I don't think they're gonna... I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny. I feel bad for her all of a sudden. I don't think she's actually the killer, though. There are too many loose ends dangling. Too many loose ends a-dangling. So I don't want to actually accuse her. I just want time, like they said before, you know?
It's true that the witness could conceivably have committed the crime, yet we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough.
Uh-oh. If he removes her from consideration, that means Mr. Powers is it. Sorry, Windbag, but I don't have a choice. I mean, yeah, she could have taken him by surprise. Oh, see? Yes, the very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
Why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. The child.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed, then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Pierced in the chest? That's probably too high up, right? Oh, I mean, this clearly isn't a child. The keycard, maybe? He didn't have a keycard. Oh, the grate is in Studio 1, right? Or is it in the employee area? I can't remember. Fuck. Well, I'll show this and say that it's clearly not short enough. Your Honor! The murder weapon was the... that's not what I clicked, is it? The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear... Oh, yes, it gives scale. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Nerf.
The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well.
Woohoo!
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something for your testimony? Again?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify.
My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people in the studios at the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Well, Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? Snitches get stitches. They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, where were they? Because that matters, right? Where and when? When, where they were? Why did they... Well, yeah, why is probably a good... So you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Okay, who were they? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? I was a theater kid. Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer at lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Dumbass, it's on the map, yes.
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is.
The most simple map you'll ever see.
You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen.
Oh, the path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... All we needed was time, right? I don't know, maybe there's something else I want to check on. Said that I haven't been on the studios, but if you're... Okay, I'll just press on this and then be done with it, I guess. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus, and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Okay. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew, wow.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really, it's nothing. Or should I?
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating.
We have to find out more about this director and producer. My sinuses, oh lord. Not the epitome of human evolution, I'll tell you that. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right, we'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
To be continued. Ho-ho. October 18th, Wright & Co. offices. Whew, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial.
The director and producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios.
Oh, happy music. That's cute. Oh. What do you think we should do?
Why don't we just do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer.
Oh, right. And there's no point hanging out here.
That's what I've been saying. Let's get to those studios pronto.
I thought you wanted a burger, Maya.
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened.
There's not enough information.
Okay. Studio main gate. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios main gate. Oh no, Windbag's not gonna be happy. Oh, but...
No one's here.
Right, now that they have... Oh, no. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts. They're stale and covered in ants. What? I wasn't going to eat them. I just wanted the ants. I love meat.
She does seem to... Oh, right. I guess look at that. She likes burgers and steak. That's adorable. The computer that runs the studio's security cameras. Huh? Yeah, it looks like it's been turned off for the day. Okay, time to commit our own murder. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left, there are actual film studios. And that's it. The main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Is it Gumshoe? He's so wholesome. Here? Studio 2, yeah, we gotta check out Studio 2. Okay. Oof.
Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Outside Studio 2. Another van and, an incinerator? Excuse me?
This is Studio 2?
I thought so.
It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it?
No, that it does not. Oh, it's a cabin. Hey, there's a trailer.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
And it looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer.
Are we sure this is a studio?
Yes, I guess?
On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. I mean, maybe they built the studio around an already existing property. There are some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. It might jump out and stab. Hey, this is crooked. Someone fell on this. This looks like it's murdered. This is pretty spear-like. Maybe this was the murder weapon. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Bones and all.
What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
Okay, that's ominous. Yeah, they ate the bones. That's creepy. Crunch! A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license.
But look, I have this!
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
I was too busy studying the law to study the road. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Hey, we haven't found the costume. Maybe they burned the costume. Hello?
Nick, let's go inside.
You think it's okay? Oh, well, it's locked.
Aw, shucks.
Oh, well, okay, that brought that to an abrupt halt.
I want to go someplace else. Nick? There's ghosts in here. I'm the spirit medium in training.
Oh, my voice really cracked on the word ghosts. I'm sorry if I blew out your eardrums. Bench? I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit.
Exactly why I don't want to get old ever.
Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired.
Nick, when you start having to say, I'm so young, you know it's all over.
But I am still young. I think Nick is 24, and she's 17, supposedly. Not according to her voice, but in the trial they said she too was down this path. Monkey Head is in the way, but we should be able to get by it without a problem.
This monkey head is real heavy.
Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell.
Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what the Detective Gumshoe said.
Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey!
Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh, don't mention it.
Is it true they caught the security lady?
Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Is that cardboard? It is! Wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right?
Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right?
Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them.
Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about.
You're right, I won't.
Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Holdback.
Right, see you later then.
Good luck with your investigation.
Well... Oh, sorry, no, I wanted to examine this grate. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. This monstrosity.
So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry.
Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. He'll be stuck like that one Junji Ito comic.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you?
What, you want to rip the grate off?
He's gonna die in there, Nick. Really, Nick? We can?
Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. I don't care, whatever. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Like my heart!
Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes.
Hiya! There, that should make the kids happy.
The things we do. Hello in there! The drain grate is off, and I know who did it.
Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that?
Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Oh, it's so ominously quiet. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's go in.
Maybe there'll be something else to steal.
Hey, we're not thieves.
But we did take the card key.
We borrowed that. There's a difference. Yeah, let's go in there. Can we? Oh, yes. This dressing room. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room.
This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder.
That's what Mr. Power says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping.
But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then.
Huh. She's got a point. No, we're not.
Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked.
Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. Tea and cookies.
Wait, Nick.
But what now?
These snacks, they've passed the expiration date.
Then don't eat them.
Too late. They're snacks, they're meant to be eaten. What if I pass my expiration date before fulfilling my life goal? What then, Nick?
Right, I can talk to her. Oh, hello.
Oh, you look a little out of place.
It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. What? She was wearing that before, though, wasn't she? I don't even know. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing? Do I need to talk? Oh, ho, ho. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah. Can you believe it?
Do kids sneak in here a lot?
Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet.
So they were trying to protect the director?
More the producer, really. The producer is our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? She had the most to lose. Okay, well. Detention center. No, not you, old bag. This isn't really helpful. Mr. Wright, thank you for Not at all. We got lucky, to tell you the truth.
You could say that again.
We got lucky, to tell you the truth. Let's not.
So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small.
We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Well. Oh, yes, we do have new info. fanboys sneak into the studios often?
No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, did she say they were often hanging around?
The kids really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
Was the director present at the morning run-through?
Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move.
Why didn't you tell us that before?
Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet.
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here's a newbie lawyer fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
I see.
Whose side is she on?
You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not.
Oh no. I can't talk to Old Bag, it seems. Well, back to my office? Maya, help! I'm so stuck. Maybe she'll give me a hint if I present her with something. This. Haha. Nope. What about this?
I wish I had my own samurai spear. You'd be my own personal pincushion, Nick.
Me? Why me?
I want to murder your guts, Nick. I wish you died instead of Mia.
What about this? Say, you work with props, right? What about that? About that murder weapon? You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Because he's beefy as shit. But that doesn't mean he did it. I stole this. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those key cards? Or car keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I stole it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. This? Hey, we stole this, hope you don't mind. We found this card key in your dressing room.
Oh, that's mine, yes.
Can people outside the studio get these cards?
I don't think so. You and I have to return the card. Once the show's done filming, that is.
Huh.
Is this you? Regarding this photograph,
Yes.
this really, truly, absolutely isn't you?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest.
But who else could have worn it?
Your costume was in your dressing room?
Yes, or,
Yes. I guess he's not gonna check it while I was asleep.
but who? That's the question. Who? What if I show you this? Okay. And then this. Regarding the murder weapon,
Yes.
is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
Hmm.
And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run through?
Oh, yes, a goot thrown around a kick, you see. It broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we heard.
I mean, it could have been untaped and you only used, like, the head of it to kill someone. Then without the whole handle part, it would have been lighter. But it doesn't help me much. Go somewhere else. Hello. I don't know what I'm doing here. This hole. Hello. That's not helpful. Go somewhere else. Main gate. Go somewhere else. Employee area. Go somewhere else. Main gate. Go somewhere else. Outside Studio 1. Move. Studio 1. Move. Studio 2. I don't know. This place is deserted. Crash. Oh no.
Eek! Nick! What was that noise?
It sounded like it came...
It sounded like it came from inside the trailer.
Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in.
Oh, and we'll go in next time. I'll leave it on a cliffhanger just to be obnoxious. And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll be back next time. Woohoo!